Alright, I'm going to start in just a couple minutes here. Just got to throw some links out. So, okay, let's get started. I want to get this Witch Hunter leveled up and then Engineer. Maybe tomorrow night I'll start on an Engineer. That's the last class I haven't played. Leveled 2 Warrior Priest, 1 Tank, 1 Heal Spec, a Bow Shadow Warrior, a main DPS or all DPS Mage, Archmage. What am I missing? The Shadow Hunter, and I've got to do the Engineer. Oh, a Slayer. I did a Slayer, which I have not got to 15 yet. I did get down earlier today, finished up a couple of side quests real quick, and I stopped just short of getting to level 13. Uh, Played a little roulette with the vendor earlier, spent maybe half a gold buying all the cheap stuff out of the shop, trying to get something good to spawn. Nothing did. I saw somebody say in chat earlier on Discord that they thought maybe the Witch Hunter vendor was bugged because they spent, I think, a couple gold or something buying all the items and nothing good ever spawned. So it could just be luck. Could be that it is bugged. You never do know. So I believe that's a repeatable quest there. What we've got to do is just continue on with the main storyline now. So pressing north. I think I also did at least, I think I did one, maybe 2 jewelry bosses today. So I got a couple. I did one of the neck bosses. Still got a lot of jewelry to get, but I don't know. Witch Hunter, not a great soloist, at least not yet when it comes to 3 and 4-star mobs, so I'm not overly anxious to go. And only reason I was able to do the neck boss is because an engineer attacked at the same time as me, and I happened to win the lock. So by the time that guy realized he didn't have lock, or maybe he did and just didn't care, it was almost dead. I was able to snare it and finish it off. I know I've got some weapons at level 13 waiting for me, so I'm kind of waiting for that. Or excited about that, rather. Chat is on, and I'm watching it, so if you have any questions about the game, more than happy to answer. Anything you want to see, more than happy to try and do a video on it. I feel like I never go the right way to get to this guy. Alright, so there's the level. So let's, I don't want to go to the shop. We want to go to character. Like I said, I got a couple of weapons waiting for me here, so let's find them. That's a level 15. That's not the one. Level 15, level 10. There's a level 13 pistol. Oh, did I get a 13 sword? Maybe I didn't get a level 13 sword. Let's see if do I have any armor. Nope. So just a pistol. Add a little bit of DPS there. And we'll run off to do these side quests. I don't know if they're side quests or if they're storylines. I don't remember. I think they're storylines because it was the yellow icon. There is a jewelry boss here as well that drops a neck. I definitely know I cannot solo it, so I'm not even going to try. I got this guy, pull him back. I guess I got both of them. So I got a snare off, but oh, I'm out of mana. Gonna need to heal as well. Get it off, get it off, get it off. Alright, so that was quick enough. But yeah, there's a jewelry boss guy that spawns right about here. He drops a neck. Definitely worth getting. Yeah, I think it's Lima, as United said. I think devs had said they're. To me, I think they said they're not sure. You know, oh, there's another dog here. I've been trying to find all of these, so I'm going to actually snap a screenshot of it on my iPad because that's where I've been keeping the photos of the dogs. So this will kind of show me where it is. I'm trying to find them all, pet them all on at least on one character and see what happens. Maybe nothing. I don't know if anybody's done it yet. And maybe if that is a quest, maybe they're not all in this zone, and so maybe it's not even possible to finish it yet. But yeah, as far as a character wipe, even if they don't do it on this server, any other server, you know, you'll be able to, you know, this won't be the only server. There's no way they can run the game on one server. Just be too overpopulated. Oh, I forgot to stat up too. So even if they don't wipe this server, just start on another server. I plan to do that anyway, even though I have all these characters made. I don't really want to start on a server where people have been farming gold and farming equipment, you know. Sure, caution. Let's see what you got for me. Hopefully I don't die while we're in a trade window. Oh. So, yep, I'll take them. But you know what? If you can hear me, caution. Take out the epic sword, the purple sword, because that's actually not an upgrade. I don't know if I can take it out. And then you can, there you go, and you can keep it. That way you can keep it if you start your own Wtich Hunter. It's a pretty good weapon, but I think I just equipped a level 13, so it's a little better. But I do like these shoulders. Like those resist. Again, hard to tell if resists are doing much yet, but especially at this early level. But yeah, it seems like there's a lot of people who are really spending a lot of time trying to optimize these level 15 characters. I mean, hours and hours farming gold and camping the vendors, waiting for a legendary. The reality is, first day that a new zone comes out and you can get up to, let's say, level 25, and there's a new vendor, all that gear is completely obsolete. So a level 15 legendary is going to be worthless and be less than probably a level 25 regular weapon. So it's just not worth the time to grind that stuff right now. You may get through the next 10 levels a little bit faster, but everybody's going to catch up. I will say the one thing that will really help you with, if anything, if you're going to keep this character, is potions. If you can have a really big supply, probably not the minor potions are good, so always good to top off with those, but then later on in levels, the medium potions I think are going to be key as well. So like here, having a steady supply of miners, and just make sure you top off. If anybody's new, if you can hit that subscribe button to me for me. Been kind of stuck at 75 subscribers for a while now. Really like to get some more subscribers. Keep building up a following. I'll keep doing the streams if people like them. When the game comes out, when new zones come out, I'll be doing streams. And long term, I'm sure I will end up doing endgame. I've never been in a MMO that I haven't been part of an endgame clan that is killing everything on the server. So I'll definitely be doing some streams and videos on that content as well in the future. Might also start doing some streams from Celtic Heroes, because one of the things I'm going to be doing. Good news. What's good news? Oh, that's my boy Caution. He likes to get on the stream, so we'll invite him. Look at, he's got a lot of yellow gear. Let's see. We're gonna go this way. Turn in this quest. Yeah, Lima, it's tough. It's tough because 15 levels. It's not enough to make a decision. You almost just got to start by playing what really calls to you, what you like, what feels right when you're playing it or leveling it. Because power wise, I don't think we know yet. I look at a game like Celtic Heroes. End game, when they start getting geared, druids are powerhouses, right? They get a ton of kills. PvP, they're unstoppable sometimes. Besides maybe warriors. But man, they are a grind to level. And if you were to look at them in the first 15 levels, you'd probably say this is crazy. I'm going to abandon this class, but they're powerhouses. Tanks are the same way. If you leveled as a tank, which nobody really levels as a tank in Celtic Heroes, they level up in DPS and then they switch to tank when they get to end game. But if you were to level as a tank and go through the first 15 levels, nobody, and you wouldn't be able to switch later on, nobody would level a tank. So you just can't tell. But once they get geared, and well geared warriors in PvP are untouchable. Not that PvP is a big thing in this game, because it's not. It's besides duels, there's nothing, and it's going to be a while before they add something. Caution. One thing, maybe I should ungroup you because you're going to be actually taken away my experience since we're grouped. If you're going to follow me, there you go. Don't mind you following me, but I also don't want to have to grind mobs by the time I get through the quest. One thing with the Wtich Hunter, if you use a lot of other skills besides just the quick shot, they do go through energy quite a bit, but you know, the combo I'm liking right now, honestly, is just the auto attack and the maxed out quick shot. I've got to get to level 15, and then I'll be adding a level 6 quick shot, which I believe is another 25% damage. So you can see I'm hitting for 300. So add another 25% of that, and some better weapons at that level. Oops. Yeah, United, I'm actually really excited to start the engineer tomorrow. I've got a level 9 legendary weapon that I'm going to be using a handgun or something, or a pistol once I get to that level, which normally only takes about an hour. But they look fun, right? And they look unique. I was saying on the stream yesterday, they remind me a little bit like the shaman from World of Warcraft, where the shaman was always dropping totems and whatnot on the ground. Some of these quests give pretty decent experience. Like this one, just running over this guy is giving me 230 experience. With that said, I did find it is somewhat faster to level. However, you know, these story quests, the main storyline quests do seem important. And in the soft launch, since I think the max level mob at the end area is, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think maybe 11 or 12. And so grinding it out past level 12 just on mobs right now is not going to be a good idea. It's really going to be slow. Now, once the new zones are open, if you can get into them without doing the main storyline, then you just go on to higher level mobs, and it would be faster to just grind it out, and then go back and do the quest later if that's what you're into. Level 12, Lima. I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I've kind of farmed those mobs at the end. United, that's probably the same for me even before the game started. Warrior Priest. I love Paladins. That's what I played in WoW. When I played Warhammer Age of Reckoning, which is a PC game based on Warhammer, an MMO, I chose the other faction at first, and I played. I don't remember if they were called shamans, but these little goblin-looking guys. And then later I made a warrior priest, and I by far, like the warrior priest better. Yeah, I didn't know that about stoicism. I gotta think that's a bug. Am I in combat here? I'm in combat. What I did was I maxed out on my tank Righteous Shield, which is pretty powerful in itself, but I really don't think Stoicism is supposed to do what it's doing, to be honest. But even at the base level, it's pretty crazy how powerful it is and how much it heals. Like, I don't have any problem soloing anything. Alright, let me kill somebody and see if I can get out of combat here. I don't know, maybe I'm too early to get that quest. So, run back here. Um, yeah, it seems like a weird mechanic. I think it's just supposed to add hit points. Not sure how that ended up being a bug that got through, but it's almost as overpowered as Archmages. But the sad thing is, I think Archmages are working as intended. And the damage Archmages do is not unreasonable for a damage dealing class. The problem is just they have two ridiculous forms of stun. You know, they get root, I think, like at early on, like at some ridiculous early level. I don't remember exactly which one. And then they get that stun. And then they get that stun, which is on like a 10-second cooldown if you put some points into it. So basically, you start off with a stun. Once that's over, you do a root. Then you do another stun, and you end up with. I should have added it up when I was playing, but at least 30 seconds, if not longer, of the mob not being able to touch you, which is long enough for an Archmage to kill anything right now. 4 skull, whatever it is. I mean, I just went completely full DPS. Never get hit. And then when you get to Overcast, it's like, so I'll start out with, and I just can't remember all the skill names, but the base level skill there, with an Overcast, you know, that'll do over 1k damage, and then I'll follow that up with a stun. Then I'll just keep autoing and then hit that level 1 damage again. If the mob's still alive, like if it's a boss, I will then root. I'll overcast the one skill that actually does like another 50% damage if something's rooted. Follow that up with, you know, more autos and more of the first level skill, and then I can go back to a whirlwind from there and stun them again if needed. So it's pretty crazy. Almost actually through level 13 here. It's not going to take long to get to 15 going through these quests. Killing these mobs as I go through them. Oh, I better, somebody, you know, feel free if I get distracted to remind me to heal. That's how I normally die when I'm not watching. Claude, is that a different path that they get snare? That might be, is that the heal path? Because I went DPS, I don't remember snare. At least I didn't choose it. Oh, you mean maybe even higher than 15? Snare, like, the snare that I have on this Wtich Hunter isn't great because the only ranged attack you have is the pistol. Um, I'd much rather have a stun, but you know it might be OP if we did have a stun. Let's I don't want to sell our 15 weapons. Just get rid of some stuff so we don't get overburdened. Looks like an upgrade. I'm going to put those on. I mean, I do like a little bit of armor on this guy because, you know, he takes hits. He's running up there with his sword. I don't like that I'm taking a -2 on weapon skill, though, but... Oh, don't meet the requirements. What is this for? Oh, level 14. Need to get to 14 so I can put on some new weapons because my weapons are starting to be damaged, which is never good. I said it a lot on the stream yesterday that gun animation when you're up close is just my favorite. I got invited to the test regiment yesterday, so we can look at that a little bit. I mean, there's not much really to look at. You can click on regiment here. You can see all the people in it. Click on them, get your normal menu item stuff, and then there's, of course, a regiment chat. That appears to be all there is for now, as far as I can tell. Yeah, Lima, you should level another one, full DPS. And what I did, let me just remember what I put stats in. Whatever I think it was maybe focus for the Archmage, which does which adds to its main damage, and then whatever the other one was, maybe it was weapon that added slightly to the damage. I maxed both of those out, and then maybe put the rest in whatever gave a little bit of energy. But he does crazy sick damage, and with all the roots and stuns, can't really be touched. Oh, I forgot to put on those new weapons. Should have restarted BlueStacks before I started streaming. I'm a little bit laggy. Let's see. That's a level 15. I thought I had a level 14. Those are level 14. We can put those on now. Yeah, I definitely don't feel like I needed any wounds, any more hit points on the Archmage. I mean, one thing I've noticed in this game is, at least early on so far, as far as energy goes, potions drop so often, it doesn't seem worth it to maximize your energy. You can just be eating potions all day long. Now, that may change later on. They may get expensive. They may stop dropping for mobs. But my experience thus far has been energy just isn't needed. You just pop a potion whenever you run out. Now that could get expensive, you know, end game for sure. If And the big deal, the big thing with endgame would be, or as you level up, would be you start using those higher level potions, and if you don't have a good pool of energy, you're wasting a lot of the potion, and that could be the same for health as well. See, like these guys at level 11 are only giving me 14 hit points or 14 experience. Is that, are you asking me that, Claude, for main class? I'm still thinking warrior priest, but I mean, it depends. A lot depends on what happens the rest of this soft launch. Um, I've given some thought. So if they fix stoicism, leveling a priest tank is going to be awfully slow. Um, I'd like to understand before I choose something like a priest how easy it's going to be to respec, because then you can go DPS, level up, and then switch when needed. Um, but right now, I would say I would go with an Archmage, level that first, and then, you know, use that Archmage assets to either power level a priest tank, or just buy it gear and potions, because I don't think anything can. I will say this: Witch Hunter through the first 15 levels been pretty solid. No major issues. I'm just kind of running around randomly here. I need to actually see what I'm supposed to be doing. But no major issues. Most of my deaths have come from bugs, like stuck in the loading screen or crashing or something like that. But definitely cannot solo the bosses. And anybody who's watched my Ranger videos from Celtic Heroes knows I'm all about being able to do fun stuff and solo stuff. I don't mind the group play. I'm always in groups with in raids with the clan, but um, like to be able to explore on my own and find stuff and get it killed as well. And some of these classes, I think, even like the Witch Hunter, it's just gonna struggle unless he really out levels and out gears some of the stuff. Now again, we're only 15 levels in. Everything could change over the next 10 levels with some of the other skills, especially when you get to start being able to max out a couple of abilities or mix and match a bunch of different abilities. Of course, with caution following me around and healing me, it's not really a true test of the Witch Hunter's power, I guess. Yeah, that's just one of my clanmates from Celtic Heroes. He likes to appear on the stream, so he will sometimes do stuff like that. Shadow Assassin skill pool. I'm not sure which one is pool. Is that down the sword spec route? I went bow with my Shadow Warrior. Oh, I'm sure respecs are going to be. I expect a lot of the paid for stuff is going to be real similar to Celtic Heroes. Again, this is just my conjecture and no facts based opinion here, but buying chests and in chests you'll get things that allow you to respec both abilities and stats. And then people can choose to sell those for gold or whatever in the auction house, and the price will be just dictated by the economy. Initially they'll be cheap, so because nobody will have money. So if somebody decides to sell them early, scoop up as many as you can, because the more people that level, the more people are going to want to use them, and the more money people are going to have. So you definitely want to hit that early. Luke, are you caution? Maybe I didn't realize that. So I try and make it simple. I try and put Nilak in front of everything, or spell it backwards, Kalen. Although I mistyped in my Mage and Celtic Heroes and spelled it wrong. Somehow I can't spell something backwards correctly. Claude, I would highly doubt that. I've never seen any game do that in any kind of beta or soft launch. Most do a wipe. If they don't do a wipe, I'd say all these level 15s or whatever level people end at are going to be stuck on this server. Okay, got it. But yeah, hit point pots are going to be huge, and mana pots if they up the level cap on this soft launch. What I'll probably do is I'll collect everything from all the different tunes and put it on one, level that one up, and then see what else there is to do, and then maybe move on to another one, transfer the pots. Luke, if you want to go see if any ring bosses are up or jewelry, let me show you what I have. And if you find any up, let me know which ones and I'll race to you. I have. I only have the one entry level ring, so I don't have any other rings. I don't have any other wrists, and I just have a neck. So it's really the wrist and the 3 higher level rings I still need on this guy. Do, do, do. How do you know that, Claude? Isn't it based on when they were killed? Isn't it like a half an hour respawn? Or are they all on the hour? Yeah, I think you're thinking of the timer for the vendors is always the same. 24 experience is all I get for finishing this quest. Oh, that guy'll kill me. Leave me alone, 3-star. See, now if I'm on my Archmage, I'd crush that guy. Wtich Hunter, I run. Those things hit hard. Surprised. Normally this area is full of people farming it. I guess people got tired of it. I don't see anybody here right now. Oh, crash, crash, crash. I might end up dead too. Guards might finish him off. I don't know, Claude. I found later at night like this, they're not quite as camped, and most people have already gotten them unless they're starting new characters. I don't know how many people are doing that. I make the rounds. If they're up, they're up. If not, I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to play all of these characters past the soft launch. No, I think people farm for equipment in the end zone. I will say it drops. I've seen it drop some braces, but they're more resist-based braces. The ones that you get from the named bosses seem better. Doggy's up. Let me get back in here in a second after this crash. This happened to me earlier today. The dog spawned and I crashed, and when I got back into the game, it was gone. No, it's got to time me out. If I have to restart the game, it'll say token expired or something. See if anything fun's going on in the Discord chat. Tell you, I wish I would have made a blacksmith video early on, because that gets linked in chat a ton. Could have gotten a lot of subscribers potentially and views from that. Alright, so let's see if it'll let me teleport. We're not grouped anymore. We are grouped. Dog is by the Great Square lay, right? That's the closest. Or no, let's see. Yeah. Alright, I'm running to you. See if I can make it. If I had a speed potion, I'd use it. I don't think I do. These guys are not great for running through the crowds, though. Warrior Priest, I think I could run from one end of the zone to the other and be fine. Almost there. Yeah, I tried this guy earlier today on my... He almost got him dead. What is he, bugged? He just... Oh, you probably... Oh, you got him stunned or rooted or what? Just standing there. Oh, he rooted me, snared me. That's what's vicious about this guy, is he's got a bunch of snares and stuns of his own. Nice. Promise ring. Saw that and I thought I got something. Alright, so might as well turn this quest in since we backtracked. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. What's going on with my icons down here? They could definitely do better on the Wtich Hunter's icon set. These two red ones in the middle. I also wish you could hover over. That's one thing I should have mentioned in my interface video, that you should be able to hover over the icons or left click and hold down or something, and it tells you all the information about them in a little pop-up window, especially if they don't fix the loading of every screen. You got a pendant purple tier from that dog? The one we just killed, so it dropped two things? Is that what you're saying? Because I got the wrist. Huh. That's cool. I didn't know it dropped two different things. I don't remember if those guys actually attack. What am I doing wrong here? That's nothing. I just had to click it one more time. Alright, so I just need to go finish that quest and then grind it out. Grind out the last 50% or so. If any of you guys, let me get across this bridge real quick. Any of you guys, this quest down here at the Temple of Sigmar, this is the one where you get the like scarlet scarfs or whatever. If any of you guys done that like 3 or 4 times, I've done it twice and I keep getting it. It's repeatable. But I'm just wondering if it stops repeating after a while and if it moves on to something else. Like I said, I've only done it a couple times. I've never kind of kept pressing on past that. Luke, have you tried to, also, have you tried to go around and pet all the dogs that you can pet? Not sure if I've found them all on one character yet. I started to take screenshots. But I was in chat one day and Definitive said something about the dogs. So I don't know if he was just messing around or if they actually do something if you pet them all. Hold 24 experience. Forgot that was fast travel. Should have finished that before I left. Lock a few of these and get some quick experience. Ah, they locked it already. I'll remind me and I'll send you the 3. I started to take either pictures with my iPad or if I was playing on my iPad. The way I play on my iPad is I've got the game loaded on my PC and I remote into my iPad. It actually plays decently well. The only problem is sometimes it'll zoom into first person mode and I can't get out of it. Sometimes I have to log out to get out of it. But so I've got screenshots of I think 3 different dog locations, but I know I've come across more and I just didn't log it. Which one? Which lay? Since I got the fast... Oh, my weapon is... I need a level so I can get my weapon. Luke, which one, man? Tell me in chat. I'll look at the map, see if I can see you. Temple of Sigmar, okay. Oh, I see you. Looks like Harung is, no, never mind. I don't know, does that mean it's up? Harung is baked? Be dead by the time I log in. So overburdened right now. But I'm going to keep running to the ring boss, try and get it. I'd have to check my bag to see if I still have any older weapons so I don't have to actually go repair. See how hard this guy hits me. Alright, you running? Oh, better run. I'm gonna wait. Oh, I'm gonna die. No, no, get the heal. I got. That guy almost killed me. He like one-shot me. Alright, so got that one. Let me load that in. So I got left on this level. Character. 88%. I'm gonna grind it out right outside the Salty Crow. Putting on this level 9 sword. Brace boss is at the same location, or it's up at the same location right now? That's the 4-star, right? If it's a 4-star, it's a brace. Oh, it's up right now? Alright. I'll come back. so overburdened. Gotta hit a vendor. Running at turtle speed here. Well, you better run now. Let's see if we get lucky. Yes. That guy tried to snake it. Alright, let me vendor up here. Then go grind out this last bit of hip or health. Yeah, I can't even talk. So tired. Grind out this last bit of experience. Max out my skill. And see if I want to do anything else, but may call it a night from there. Start on the engineer tomorrow. I might actually equip this. 4 wounds and lose 2 accuracy and 3 initiative. I'm going to keep that for now. That's my level 15. Yeah, I'm carrying around level 3 boots for some reason. Yeah, it should be fun. Engineer looks fun. Got to use this legendary level 9 pistol. Guess I got a quest to turn in up there. So we will fight our way to that blue mark, question mark. Gaining tiny little bits of experience on the way. Those 3 and 4 star mobs gave me a bit of experience. So I should be really close. Definitely doing a lot less damage with that level 9 weapon. Find that's better than the class. I'd say the Archmage. I've never found anything good from the Archmage vendor. It's crazy. But what do you mean by from gate? Oh, do you mean farming mobs from there? Oh, I see. Yeah, I spent like 15 minutes doing it one day and just got bored. It's all gonna be irrelevant as soon as they open up more levels and more zones. Help you level a little bit, but certainly not gonna be worth grinding out and in launch, staying at 15 and grinding out on level 11 mobs. I've got to be close here. 92%. All right. Grind it out. That's why I haven't finished leveling my Slayer yet, because I skipped all the quests, and I think once you out level the quest, they give less experience. So he's only level 13, and now all the mobs give crap for experience. So I wouldn't recommend skipping quests. Oh, another broken weapon? So I have 2 broken weapons? Gotta get 8% experience with 2 broken weapons? My pistol's broken. Ugh. I don't have a replacement. Well, guess we see how we can do with just a sword, and a level 9 sword at that. Oh. Apparently I can still fire a gun without a gun. I'm not sure how that really makes sense. I've got a broken gun, and I'm doing just as much damage as I was without it. There it is. There's the level. Let's go up here for safety for a minute. Well, there's another spot you can get a good look over the gates here. I wish they had built, maybe they will, but I wish they'd build in some secret passageway type stuff in this game. That'd be cool. Let's see. Let's go and put equipment on first, since all my stuff is broken. Should be a big damage increase. I'll just drop these things because they're not going to be worth anything. And then stats. I'm going to go back. Wounds, why not? I'm going to bump this up. Other 25%. Now let's have a look-see at what this guy can do now. Let's see. 358 base damage with a charge. Ooh, 505. It is useless, Claude, but when games don't have it, like Celtic Heroes, I miss it. One of the things I was saying yesterday is if it could be more fun if they added more animations. You know, they had the different classes do different things when they jumped. Would be kind of cool. So I'm doing. This guy's doing some pretty good damage here. Let's see, 466 non-crits. Let me set up a crit. So to get a crit, I've got to cast Mark. I've then got to cast this. And then I've got to... Oh, did I not do that right? I'm going to go to a less populated area. Problem is that uses half my mana pool, or energy. The term mana is so ingrained in my head from EverQuest and other games 20 years ago. Doesn't matter what a game calls it, I always call it mana. Alright, so let me build up some stuff. Build up a charge. We mark him. We then take the mark away. And I don't... Oh, the mark itself is killing him. Or the skill right here. 502 is not bad though. If I can get him some more crits. But I like this build. I'm doing it with a lot of my classes. I did it with the Archmage as well, where let's see, did I? I think, yeah, I only maxed that first level skill because it doesn't use a lot of energy, but once you completely max it, it does good damage. And you're not burning through mana pots. It's definitely a good, you lead off with it, then you go in for swords. And it's on a 3-second cooldown, which is pretty insane. Still not like the Archmage, though. I think so. I mean, I think it's a main skill, to be honest. It's so low cost. It only takes one. You know, every class calls it different. I can't remember what the Wtich Hunter's charge up is. Let's take a look. Conviction. It only takes one conviction. It costs 13 mana. It's a 3-second cooldown. It's a ranged attack. And 372 to 558 damage. That's after I've maxed it up all the way. So you first get an increased damage by 10%, then by 15%, some cooldown reductions, and a 25%. So you're getting a 50% damage bonus on it, plus an extra 15% from one conviction. And like I said, it doesn't use a lot of mana. And it doesn't have a long cooldown. You know, if you're using... Let's see, is this the one? So like I went with this one. It costs 22 mana, 14-second cooldown. Remove one mark from the target to guarantee landing a critical hit. And it does 349 to 427 damage. That could be okay. And that, but you have to mark them first. So you first have to use Mark of Heretic, which is on a 30-second cooldown, unless you put points in it. Now, if you put points in it, 2, 5, 9, 14, 20, you can get down to a 10-second cooldown. But it takes a long time to do all that. You got to hit this, then you're doing your skill. Um, this I don't see putting any points in ever. 8% resists. Um, oh, I didn't even. How did I miss this? Oh, this is. Oh, this is my level 15 skill. Kneecap. Witch Hunter impedes an advancing enemy with a carefully aimed shot to the knee. No, I already have that. This is my level 15 skill. Increases maximum stack of Mark of Corruption to 2. I think that's worthless. Because Mark of Corruption has a 30-second cooldown unless you put points in it. What fight is going to last, at least this early, is going to last more than 30 seconds? So I'm putting a mark on it, which reduces the damage this guy's doing. What am I going to wait around for this thing to, you know, recast? I mean, I guess I can, but this mark's going to be gone by then. So unless you max out mark, I don't see how this last skill does anything, unless I'm misunderstanding. So I mark it. That's on for 14 seconds. All right, let's talk about this. If anybody's still listening, let's go over here to some safety. So we have Mark of Heretic with a cooldown of 30 seconds, inflicts 1 mark of corruption on the target, which lowers their defense to my attacks only. So it's not even a debuff for everybody. Decreases target's armor by 10% per mark. Decreases target's all resistances by 10% per mark. Seems great, right? Now, as I said, yeah, but I don't think so. So if we max this 5, 14, I mean, let's see, 2, 5, 9, 14, 20 seconds. So we get this down to a 10-second cooldown. When I marked something, that mark is only staying on for 14 seconds, I think I just saw. Let's look again. So I mark them. Yep, 14 seconds. So that means that's going to refresh. If I get it down to the max cooldown, that's going to refresh after 10 seconds. So I have 4 seconds to get a second mark on. Now let's look at the last skill. Increases maximum stack of Mark of Corruption to 2. Unless I'm confused, I can never get more than 2 on, because unless the only way it would work is if it resets the counter on the original mark when you add another mark. Because otherwise, I'm going to get the second one on, and the first one's going to wear off 4 seconds later, and I'll never get to the third. But I mean, you'd really have to be fighting. So if you get to max level 6 with a 10-second cooldown, you'd have to be fighting that guy for a minute before you could max it out. Yeah, it would have to replenish the cooldown, and then maxing it means you wouldn't ever want to use this because it's going to remove a mark to guarantee a next shot's going to be a critical. But that's a lot of mana, right? So you're doing this mark all the time just to reduce their armor by 10% and resist by 10%. If every level added something to the reduction, I could see that as well. Actually, it stacks. Yeah, I would agree, but it's only for you. That's what sucks. So how much is it really going to do for you versus putting skills and other things like this? You know, poison damage. Um, Although down the line, it looks like you do more things with Mark. Well, this is interesting. One Mark gains hasted for 8 seconds. So Mark, Marks may be very key to this guy's build. Right. I think it means that armor decrease. Let's go back. I think it means the armor decrease and the resistance decrease, lowering their defenses to your attacks only. So it's not a debuff for the whole raid or the whole group, just for your character. But the mark path itself could be good. We just need a lot more ability points. So this uses a mark to do a bonus. One mark gains hasted for 8 seconds. Increase your evasion by 15%. Could be cool. Not available details. This is crazy. On a kill, deals additional 50% damage to all nearby enemies. So it's a 500 damage at level 40 pistol shot. Cooldown of 22 seconds. If the bleeding or graze deals an additional 40% damage, and then on killed deals additional 50% damage to all nearby enemies. What I really like about this game and some of the classes as you really explore the trees deeper on is they have a lot of very interesting combos that you can start to play around with, and so it's not just cast these 4 skills in order and repeat. I mean, it kind of is, but you are needing to do them in a certain order to maximize the damage. Um, it's kind of like the Archmage. If you root a guy and then use that one skill, it does 50% more damage. The damage with this guy could get insane when you're talking about being able to stack those marks potentially. Um, Man, I really hope somebody's been testing those to make sure that it resets the counter every time you cast one. But yeah, this could be a really interesting class, to be honest. And there's not even any details on the last couple things. But I'm not. I'm still not sure about tenacious enemy, because I feel like it's good for a reduction in defense, but you're constantly going to be using them. You're not going to be saving them up. You're going to be using it for this. Every time you use this skill, you're going to use one because it's going to gain haste. Now this skill, how stupid is this? Cost of 9, which is one of the lowest energy costs I've seen, and reduces energy cost by 2%. What is that? That can't be right. Another 2% increases evasion. That's always good. Reduces cooldown by 4 seconds. I would probably keep that at the base level. Constantly going to be using a mark for this. Inflicts bleeding, dealing 125 damage over 12 seconds. Is bleeding grazed, inflicts rooted for 0. Don't know what that means. Trying to think. Tell me which jewelry I'm missing. Oh, get on the right screen. So I'm missing a ring. I'm missing 2 of the rings, I think, right? All right. Well, anyway, my goal was to get the Witch Hunter to level 15. The way I played it is I stacked quick shot. I didn't put any points in anything else. That way I can get up to level 6 for that 25% damage. I went pistol route. Stats wise, I went all in weapon and all in wounds, giving me 1,400 hit points. And then I put you have like an extra 4 with the max. I put that in focus. Energy 150, which is fine because all I'm really using is quick shot most of the time. Armor 52, weapon damage 144 with my current weapon. And then the reputation. So all in all, I think I probably spent maybe 3 hours on this guy. Did some of the ring bosses and jewelry bosses. Leveled them up from start to finish. Finished meaning the soft cap of 15. So I think that's it for the Witch Hunter now. I'll probably play around with them a little bit more. But, tomorrow it's all about trying to spend some time getting the engineer. I do want to get a crit, though. Let me try and... I actually probably going to have to find a 3-star. Because this skill here keeps killing them. Let's see, where are there some 3-stars that nobody kills? No, I know, Luke. I just don't. I'm on a keyboard, so I just click my mouse and hold it down. But yeah, I did know you can click in there. Where is that one? There's one area where it's like all, well, actually they're lower level those. They're all 3 and 4-star mobs, but they're lower level. I need something with some good hit points. Oh, another 3-star. Alright, we're going to snare. I'm going to come in here, mark him. This is stupid that I have to go up at him. He's probably going to kill me. Oh, I didn't get up. That didn't work. I gotta get charged up first. Let's try it on this guy. Mark. What's it using my crit on? It's not waiting for me to get my crit on the gunshot. That's what I want. Try it again. Let's build up. guess it's guaranteeing a crit on this, unless I have these in the wrong order. You look. No, I'm most of the time I'm not clicking. You can just click on it once and hold it down, and it rifles up through the numbers really fast. All right, and then oh, I see. I thought this skill was going to guarantee a critical from anything. It's only guaranteeing a critical from Flourishing Strike. So I mark, I use Flourishing Strike, and that's always a critical. Well, it's definitely always best to start with the pistol, um, because then you're getting kind of a free hit. Here, let's do it on this guy real quick. So if we go pistol, mark, we're going to hit him with this. We're going to snare. We're going to step back. Pistol again. Pistol again. That's not bad. I mean, I was able to take that guy out pretty good. All right. Anyway, understand that skill now. So I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching. Tune back in tomorrow. Get a little bit of engineer going, and then we'll see what happens next with the soft launch. Might do a Shadow Warrior, eventually Sword Spec, and I don't know. Maybe I'll do another Witch Hunter and do the crossbow. I'm not sure. It depends how long it is before they come out with new content. All right. So I am signing off. Thanks, guys.